What's up, kids? Chris here, and it is Tuesday, November 24th, the week of Thanksgiving here in the United States of America. For those of you watching from outside the States, typically a lot of us take this time off. But this subject is relevant for whoever you are, wherever you are, because we all have our holidays, we all have our times off, we all have our weekends, we all have space where we need to take a little downtime, right? So, hope everybody's well. Good to see y'all. Let's do this. Let's just jump in here and talk holidays. First of all, being productive on days off. I want to define a couple of terms here, right? So we all have some holidays coming up, end of the year. Everybody gets to celebrate a little bit. I know this year's messed up and we're all, being a little more virtual or a little less access to family, friends, whatever. But ultimately, we still have time off. We have weekends off, evenings off, a whole week off, multiple weeks off, whatever you do. It is so freaking hard for us overachievers to actually stop, right? Oh my gosh, if you know what I mean, I'm right there with you. It's so hard to stop. In fact, Jill and I were in some store the other day. I think it was like some outdoor gear outfitting store. Anyway, they had like these casual joggers, super comfy. She's like, you need to get a pair of these. I'm like, what am I going to do with those? I can't sit still. I have such a hard time just sitting still. But how to be productive on a day off is a really important thing. We have to actually stop working. So being productive on a day off is a lot like being an athlete and resting your muscles or a certain area of your body on a day off because you need recovery time. We all do. We're mental and hardworking athletes. That's what we are as entrepreneurs. We're problem solvers and we do it over and over and over. We make a bazillion decisions a day. We're really freaking good at it usually. But the longer we go and the harder we push, the more we get fatigued. And that fatigue starts to really build up. And if we're not careful, that fatigue really gets into decisions that we're going to make and starts making our ability to impact those around us and impact the strategy of our company and impact our clients and impact the sales process and the marketing, the prospecting. All of that suffers when we're fatigued and we're struggling. So it is so important to really understand how to be actually productive on a day off. So let's just define day off. When I say day off, I mean true phone down, computer down, no access. What's up, Cian? Good morning. We're just taking a pure day off, okay? That could be a week off, whatever. Here's the thing. Being productive on those days is not about jumping in for just 30 minutes while I'm sipping some coffee to check email, checking on the messages, see how my funnel's doing, whatever. No. Being productive on those days is actually having a plan to rest. Okay, so I'm an ultra marathoner. I love to run. I've not run an ultra in a couple of years, but I still love to run. I kind of got bored with that much running, right? But I love physical exertion, athletic stuff. I just love it, love it, love it. What's up, Doug? Good to see you. The thing is, when I've got days off, if you've done any kind of athletic pursuit, if you're a speed reader, I interviewed on a podcast a few years ago, the world's fastest speed reader, all right? She gives herself rest days just like athletes do because that's her skill set. It's her muscle, all right? She's read the Harry Potter books faster than any other human on the planet, which is such a cool thing to be able to say about yourself, right? Did you run in school? No, I didn't run in school, Doug. I'm kind of a loner, right? I don't know. I guess a lot of us that do this kind of work are. I'm kind of a geek, kind of a nerd. I love being alone, so I got into trail running and just started running and running and running, and it kind of was a great mental break for me. Ultimately, though, when we're doing productive stuff, like when we're going from work to a day off, when I say day off, I mean phones down, computers down, all of it shut down, right? When we go through that process, we have to have a plan to rest or it won't happen, right? We'll either be really frustrated and angry and just not a lot of fun to hang out with for ourselves or anybody else, or we'll slip back into work mode and just jump back in the office and do a few things and then come back out just to get that quick little fix. But ultimately, we're not resting. We're not giving ourselves the space to slow down, stop making decisions, and rest our minds. So that when we do come back, we're way better, way more strategic, have better prospecting, better sales. There is a direct correlation to your prospecting, your outreach, your marketing, and your sales based on your emotional fatigue, okay? So let's get that rest done. Going into a day off, you gotta have a plan. Let's build a plan. Your plan needs to have a couple of things incorporated into it, and this needs to be tailored to you. So think about you as I'm talking about this and convert this stuff to you. I'll try to give you some examples. But I'm going into tomorrow, I take off Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I got 5 days coming up with literally no work. Phones down, computers off, the whole thing. All right. Just to celebrate the Thanksgiving holidays with, a couple of friends and family. We're doing everything outdoors. We have fire pits set up and keeping everybody social distance, but we at least want to be able to wave at people. So with that in mind, I have a structure for tomorrow. So tomorrow is Wednesday. I'm not doing any work tomorrow, right? To get my work fix, I'm going to go for a run in the morning, already planned. I'm going to go out to the park with the kids a little bit after that. And then I'm going to do some yard work. All right. I know that sounds silly. Like, well, of course, Chris, you got guests coming over. No, but I'm doing the yard work. I'm not hiring a yard crew to rake the leaves. I'm doing it because I need something to do. If I don't give myself we're all the same here. As an overachiever, somebody who's driven to just fix something, accomplish something, go, go, go. If I don't give myself something to do, I'll start melting, right? My anxiety level goes up. I need to do something. I need to be busy. I start wanting to control the people in my house and they get frustrated with me. I got to have something to do that gives my brain a place to start unwinding. All right. So that first day off is all about giving yourself some planned structure so you can start to unwind. All right. If we don't have a plan, it melts around us just like any other workday, right? Got to have a plan, got to have a structure, and it needs to be patterned so we can start to unwind. Day 2 and day 3, I can start backing that off a little bit. I can go for a long walk with Jill, or I can go for a walk with the dog with Blue. I can just do things that are a little more chill, go to a local coffee shop and get carry out or something like that, whatever. But I'm looking for things where I can be like, hey, at noon today, I'm going to run out and, pick up a to-go pizza. Anybody want to come with me? Stuff like that I've got a schedule and I know what's coming, and that helps that process. All right, next thing up. By the way, Doug, I find it hard to rest. Yeah, for real. When I'm resting, my mind starts drifting to what I need to do for biz growth. Yes. Okay, Doug, next point's covering that. I was about to say, have a pen and paper or a device that you can write on that is not your work device, so you can start jotting down these ideas that come to mind, get them off your plate, and deal with it, okay? So for me, what I do, my phone's pretty locked up in the sense that I don't let myself, what's up, Karina? My phone's pretty locked up, so I don't let myself work on my phone very often. I have a great team that keeps me from that. But on my phone, I just use the Notes app on the iPhone. I also have a whiteboard here in my studio. This studio is actually in a spare bedroom down a back hallway in our house, so it's easy for me to jump into. I don't do that on work off days, but I have a chalkboard in the kitchen, a piece of paper, 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. Just grab something, keep it in your pocket with a little pen or pencil. The pencil that you've ground down to like nothing. Put that in your pocket and just jot your ideas down. I know it's on paper versus digital, whatever. Get your ideas on paper, fold that thing back up, stick it back in your pocket, and don't overdo it. Just get them out of your mind so you can set them aside and you can come back to it on your first day back. Leave a voice memo, whatever works for you. I frequently will just send a quick email to one of my staff members. I'm never on email, by the way. I don't even check my email. My team handles all that for me, but I send an email from my phone to a staff member with just ongoing things so that it doesn't mess up their holiday. They're not checking email either, but it gets it out of my head. So day 1, have a plan. Make sure that plan includes physical and mental activity that is not work, but it's planned and structured and scheduled just like a work day. Time blocks the whole thing. I'm going to rake the leaves from this time to this time. I'm going on a run. I'm making a coffee run to pick up coffee for everybody in the family. Whatever. I'm going to do those things. And then day 2, you can start to taper that work schedule off when it's not work, right? We're doing just activities at home, but keeping yourself busy and organized and giving yourself a place to start putting those thoughts, right? Make sure you keep that with you the whole time. Typically, it takes most of us 2 to 3 days to really dial that back and really handle slowing down. For most of us that go for a week long, 2 week long, 3 week long, month long, 6 week, whatever vacations, that first, no matter how long or short the vacation is, that first 2 to 3 days is the break point where you have to kind of get yourself past the mental boredom. You have to slow down. For a lot of us as ultra athletes, let's use that example again as a runner. I love the long distance runs, but when going into tapering spaces where you're trying to rest, you're just so programmed to run, you feel antsy. Your mind starts freaking out. You need the endorphin hit. You need the push to run, but you have to rest. So you have to give yourself something else to do. A slow bike ride, a slow walk. Same with work. You got to give yourself something else to do that's mental, but that is not your agency or coaching or whatever work. Tracy, these are great ideas. Thanks, Tracy. Bottom line is we need real deal rest. All right. If you go into a rest day and just think, oh, finally, 5 days off. I'm just going to sit and watch Netflix and drink and eat chips and watch some football games. I'm not a football person, but whatever. I'm just going to veg. We all know it just simply doesn't work that way. For some reason, it does for those we love in our lives. There are opposites maybe, and they can totally just chill like Jill can. It's amazing. She can turn it off and just veg. I wish I could, but I'm antsy. We got to have a plan that's structured just like a good work day, but that is not work, that allows us to start to taper off and detox, that allows your brain, this is so important when you come to the detox part, that allows your brain to stop making decisions, all right? Decision fatigue and the emotional strain of holding up our markets, our prospecting, and our clients and our staff members, the emotional fatigue and the decision fatigue are the things we're trying to rest from. So setting up a schedule, like I mentioned, of going for me, like literally tomorrow morning, Wednesday, first day off of 5, going for a run. Then I've got a scheduled walk with Blue and a couple of kids going to the park. And then I'm going to rake some leaves. Like I've already got the day planned out. And that evening, I'm sure I'll make a run to do some takeout, some kind of pick up food or something like that. Having that structure, there's no decisions that have to be made in that structure. Think about what I just added in there. I have a structure, things to do. It's active for me and physical, which keeps me moving, which helps me, my brain. I'm going to have my little notepad in my pocket so I can take notes if something comes up and I think about work. I can just jot it down, put it aside. But ultimately, I'm not creating any emotional strain. I don't have to support any clients. I don't have to support prospecting. I don't support team. And I also don't have any real critical decisions to make. I'm not thinking strategy and thinking, what's the market doing right now? Oh my gosh, is the election going to impact this? Oh my gosh, is COVID going to impact this? Oh my gosh, blah, 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 blah. Just quit it. I've just quit it. That's it. All right, so that is, what's up, Yvonne? God, awesome to see you. Yes, Tracy, I'm still working on making sure my team is locked down. Yep, Tracy, totally get that. So you know what, Tracy, though? Lock it down today or tomorrow, whenever, and then if you're going to take off some for the holidays this weekend, lock it down. Let them know, hey, guys, let's lock in here and let's just do the task that we know we can get done without the boss showing up for the next few days. For instance, our teams in the Philippines, we have teams around the world like most of us do in this business, but our U.S. teams are taking off for the holiday. Our Filipino teams, some of them are taking off, some of them are not. We give them a choice to, and they can use that day elsewhere in their calendar if they prefer. But the ones who aren't, they're doing tasks and projects that don't require me or our U.S. staff to give any kind of input. So their task list is slimmed down, particularly if they're new in their role, and they're doing things that are very regimented and structured that don't require anybody else looking in. So that our teams in the U.S. or the ones that are taking off around the world for the same holiday, whatever, they can do that. So Tracy, that might help. Good morning, Yvonne. Great to see you. So anyway, hope that helps, guys. It's so important to rest from decisions, to rest emotionally, and to make sure to do that you're pure about that, and you put the computer, the phone, all of it down, tell a loved one, a friend, whatever, that you're doing it, and then get yourself a schedule, write it on a piece of paper so you don't have to go to your work calendar and look at it, and give yourself a plan for what you're going to do on your day off. Otherwise, we collapse because we need something to do. And then let that plan slowly taper over several days and get you into rest mode. All right. So I'm taking off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday this week, and I'll see you guys again on Monday. But by I'd say Thursday afternoon to Friday morning, I'll start to feel pretty chill. But if I don't have a plan tomorrow, I will go insane. Around the holidays, the Christmas, New Year's holidays, we take off 2 weeks every year. So I have 2 complete weeks coming up in late December and early January. I'll do the same thing then. I'll taper for 3 days, and then I'll be kind of in chill mode and off the races. It's just a matter of making that bridge so we can get the rest on and get it like it needs to be. Okay, any other questions? If not, I am going to jump. Oh, Tracy, there you are. Tracy, I know this is off topic. Any questions are fine, guys. It doesn't matter what day. I just try to pick topics that you guys are asking about and start there, and you guys go wherever you want to on your questions. Love it. Tracy, notes off topic, but it's so hard to rest. So it's related. Okay, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Yeah, feels crazy. And like we have a lot going on, and I want to manage it. I did hire 2 ad strategists, but they're new. Yeah, so good point, Tracy. In that point, for anybody who's out there and your workload is increased because of Black Friday, Cyber Monday, if it's e-com or if it's online courses or if it's coaching or whatever you do, if you've got some kind of process or you're managing clients who are obviously selling heavily on those days, then this could just simply be work days for you. Tracy, I don't know about that for you, but if that's the production cycle you're on and these days are your work days, then you may need to take the time off, later next week, even though it's not the true holiday, do the quick Thanksgiving thing with the family, but it might not be the right day for you to rest. I have a family member who's in like stage Broadway type production, and obviously this year is different, but every other year, the holiday season has been very, very busy for him because he's been on stage the whole time, because everybody's into the holiday spirit and there's shows constantly, and then his rest time really comes in January, so his holiday's a little thrown off, but you have to flex with that. So yeah, Tracy, that could be part of the reality, particularly if your team's not able to handle that yet for you. For some of our stuff for year end, for instance, we tag team the Christmas holidays. Our team structures a tag team process where they're off for a week or 2, and then they rotate that. So every couple of years, somebody's covering Christmas week. They're not on Christmas Day or something like that, New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, but they cover that week. Laura, let's see, tampering. I'm late. Oh, no, you're fine, Laura. Have to watch from the beginning. Yes, so great to see you, Laura. Glad you're here. I'm checking out that little emoji you dropped in there. So, Laura, good to see you. Tracy and Laura, hi. Glad y'all both there. Okay, any other questions? If not, I'll bail and see you guys. So here's the deal. I will see you guys on Monday next week. And next Monday, just look at the calendar. In fact, I thought it was today, but I was looking at the calendar wrong yesterday. Next Monday, and yeah, cool. Next Monday and Tuesday, I have guests both of those days here in the live Q&A. Super excited about that. Next Tuesday is a bookkeeper who's going to help us planning our year-end taxes, financial stuff, all that kind of thing. And then Monday, we have a fantastic marketer on here that's going to help us with some. Anyway, I'm excited about those. I'll announce those on Monday. Yvonne, good question here. Let me see if I can get you here. Yvonne, I've made that decision this week. Good. Have a date with my daughter to watch The Crown tomorrow. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Tracy's days, it's hard to rest. Yeah, but I've decided to live what I teach. Good call. I know what you said, Yvonne. Like Tracy says, yeah. You're going to watch The Crown? Oh my gosh, what a rabbit hole. Oh my gosh. My kids watch that, and I can't get into it because it goes on forever. I love movies that have start and stops, but oh my gosh, it's so hard to watch something that just goes on and on and on. But I've heard The Crown sounds like it's freaking amazing, truly an amazing program. Show? Program? I felt like I just sound like my grandparents. I'm gonna go watch my program. It's called Jeopardy. I'm gonna watch my program. All right. Yvonne, good luck watching The Crown. I hope it goes well. Hope you don't get too bored. I would need to take walk breaks in between. All right. So I'll see you guys on Monday. Y'all have a fantastic holiday. If you're in the States, enjoy the holiday. If you're able to hook up with people and say hey to friends and family in a safe way, good for you. If you're in a place where you don't get to do that as much, say hi to your neighbors. Think of some random acts of kindness you can do around town. Drop some cookies or brownies or something off for people. Go buy a wreath from the grocery store and hang it on a neighbor's door. Do something fun and make somebody smile. You guys are awesome. It's so great to see you all, and I will look forward to seeing you on Monday. Have a great holiday weekend. Season on Netflix. Yep, I know, Yvonne. Oh my gosh. Have fun. All right, bye guys.